Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a very exciting unboxing video about a bag I just got recently, and as you can tell from the very minimalist dust bag, this bag is from the row. Yes, so I will do a quick unboxing and also show you what fits inside and some mod shots, and also tell you the pros and cons of the bag, and I will also tell you my thoughts about the bag and why I like or dislike about it. If you want to know more, make sure that you stay until the very end. Now let's get started. So let me show you what fits inside the bag. The most important questions about fit is definitely whether it fits a 13-inch laptop. I can tell you it fits perfectly. It was actually perfect, as you can see. There's still a lot of room left. After you fit your laptop, because the base is so wide, you still have a lot of rooms. Then I have my scarf, my Kindle, my notepad, still a lot of rooms, my wallet or card holder, tissue, cosmetic pouch. As you can see, after putting all this, I still have a lot of room. And if you want, you can still put more things inside. And this is my mini Evelyn, but I just want to show you how much this bag can fit. As you can see, after I put my mini Evelyn, there's still a lot of rooms, right? Absolutely fitting a lot inside. So let me try to put my pair of high heels. This is just in situation where you need to put your gym shoes. I know this is high heels, but it's similar situation. See, can still fit my high heels. No matter how you put inside the bag, you can always arrange it. It would never look too full. It's just so roomy. It's getting a bit heavy, but still looking great. The bag itself is very light, so even though what you put inside is heavy, it's still okay. There you go. This is my new The Row MARGAUX 15 bag in pebble leather, or you can call it the grainy leather in the black color with silver hardware. So the bag itself is very simple. In fact, the official name of this bag is called the soft MARGAUX bag. So I get when they mean the soft, it actually means that the whole structure is very soft, and inside the lining is not leather. The lining is canvas, right? So let me look at the bag a bit closer so that you can see what's going on here. So I want to share with you, here's the stitching. You can tell the bag's leather is made of very high quality, very soft, very supple leather. The stitching is very nicely done as well. I don't want to compare to the stitching or the craftsmanship of Hermes because I think that is next level, but I think for this particular bag, I think the quality is great. So the bag itself is very soft, right? As you can see, I don't have any back insert, and I'm not planning to use any back insert here. You can tell it's a very soft bag, right? Okay, and it has like bowling shape here, and also on the side you have buckle. You can see there's also the Row logo here at the buckle, and on the side there's a very invisible embossing here. At the back is exactly the same as the front. I actually don't know where's the front, where's the back actually. On the side again, it's the same. And there's a horizontal stitching here, which I kind of like the design as well for this. And also there's the logo here, the Row made in Italy. At the bottom, there are 4 feet. I actually don't think the feet are super useful because anyway, all the leather here is gonna touch whatever surface you're gonna put the bag on anyway. But I think having the feet kind of make the bag looks higher quality, and I love the fact that some of the surfaces of the bag is not gonna touch directly other things. So yes, so you can see the Row here, and opposite side is actually the logo is facing the other way around, not facing the same way. Okay, so there you go. Very simple bag, right? And the only closure here is like this. It's not exactly secure, I would say, but it's better than nothing. But honestly, for any tote bag, I'm not looking to really close it anyway because I want to get easy access to the things inside the bag, right? So yes, I want to share with you how and when I got the bag and my first impression of the bag. So I got this bag from an Italian e-commerce site, and I got it at, I think the price was 4,500 euro. I think it was a really reasonable price considering the bag itself was quite expensive, but because I live in a city where where there was no import tax, so I didn't get any tax for this. So there was some kind of tax deduction, and therefore the price was somehow 10 to 13% less than the original price that I would have gotten in my city. Okay, so I got some cost saving there, and this is one of the factors that actually got the bag. So regarding why I buy the bag, right? This bag was not exactly on my radar because I was eyeing the Birkin 35, right? And I wanted a Birkin 35 just so that I would love to have a very classic looking tote bag that belongs to the Hermes family, because I already have a Chanel Deauville tote, which is great. But that one is in fabric, and I think that one's capacity is not as big as a Birkin 35, so I would like to have a Birkin 35 so that I can carry a lot of things when I need to. For example, when I need to carry my laptop and gym gear at the same time, right? But that said, that Birkin 35 is not a must because I still already own a Chanel Deauville tote. So then I saw this bag, the Royal MARGAUX bag on social media, and it was all over the place. I, at that point, couldn't understand why everyone was so crazy about it, because I knew that this bag was popular for a reason, because of the whole quiet luxury trends, which I personally don't want to follow any trends because, for example, my style, it's kind of classic and elegant anyway, not particularly quiet luxury because sometimes I can wear very loud things. So for me, the keyword quiet luxury, it's not something that would drive me crazy for this bag, right? But because I saw this bag and I started to notice the design of this bag, but it was still never on my wish list, right? But then one day, when I saw the Italian e-commerce site, this bag was back in stock for some reason, which was super, super rare. And this is in the 15 size, which means 15 inches. That would be equivalent to 36 centimeters, which is very similar to a Birkin 35, right? So I asked myself, do I want it? And then I did some quick research. I thought like, okay, this is a bag that I can try on at my home. And if I really don't like it, I can always return it, right? I make sure that the e-commerce site offers return policy so that I can return the bag if I wanted to. So I knew that this bag was popular, so I didn't really take so much time to consider. I just pulled the trigger and I bought the bag. That's how I bought the bag. Not because it was at my wish list, but because it is a nice bag and people are talking about it. So I want to try on and see what I would like this bag. All right. So I got this bag. When I received it and opened it, I was so underwhelmed. I was so underwhelmed to the point that I told myself, okay, I'm going to return this bag. So I kept the box. I kept all the packaging. I kept invoices and everything. I was about to create a return request to the site. But before I did that, I tried to use this bag and try on a few outfits and see whether I really, really dislike it or not, right? So the reason I find this bag underwhelmed at first was because the leather was so matted. Leather is completely muted, and it's not like the usual lambskin leather that I have with Chanel, or even the Clemence or shift leather from Hermes that I own, right? So it is very muted. It's a very, very muted black color. I've never owned any black color handbag that is so muted in my whole life. And another reason being, this is in silver hardware. Not saying that I don't like silver hardware, but I don't own any silver hardware black handbag in my collection. And therefore, when I see this bag in silver color and this very muted black leather, so I felt like this is really minimalist, but so minimalist to the point that I just felt this is not exciting. That was my first impression when I unboxed the bags. But I give it a second chance. So I tried on a few outfits. I used this bag and I tried to put my things inside the bag. Then I actually started to like it. And I will tell you the reason why I love this bag after I try it on. The first reason I love this bag is because of the design. I truly believe this design is original, and I value originality. So I value original design. If a design is originally from one brand, I will make sure that I get the design from that particular brand, but not get the knockoff from other brands. For example, I know Prada has released a similar handbag of similar design to the Row, and I would not love that. I would never buy the similar design from other brand if that design was not originate from that brand, right? So this is an original design, and I love the design. Let me tell you why I love the design. So I love that the handle is very skinny, it's very slim, so it looks very long and feminine, like a swan, right? So this is a very classic looking handle. In fact, it's quite similar to my MS Bolide. You see? Or you can say it's similar to a Birkin, but I don't own a Birkin, so I can't really compare. So it's a very classic design handle. The other element I like about it is this bowling shape, right? So compared to the Deauville toe I have from Chanel, this is more round because this shape is more bowling shape, like a shell. This is more round. When this is more round, so this part is more narrow, this part is more wide. So it also looks a bit like the Kelly bag, right? Where this part is more narrow, this part is more wide. So I think this is more classic looking. And because this is more round, right, it makes it very feminine. It makes it much more feminine than my existing Deauville toe that I have. So I can't help myself but compare my new bag to my existing bag, right? Because I need to compare to make sure that I don't actually duplicate my handbag usage. Otherwise, I would just be collecting too many bags without using them. I don't consider myself as a collector. I'm a user. I'm a bag user, okay? So I love that this design is very feminine. So this slim handle and this curved outer layer here, it's very, very feminine. Second, I like the softness. I like that this is very soft. So honestly, I prefer structured bag, but I prefer structured bag only to the extent when the bag is in small size, okay? So if the bag is up to 25, 26 centimeters, I prefer a very structured bag. Like my Kelly bag I have is actually in a Cellier style, and all my other Chanel flat bags, they are in mini sizes. Most of them in mini sizes, like the 20 centimeter mini sizes. So they're all very structured bags, right? But when it comes to big bags, I realized that I don't actually like a too structured big bag. And maybe that's the reason why I didn't pull the trigger for Birkin 35, because it would be too stiff or too structured for my frame, and I am very petite. I am only 5'1", and therefore a Birkin 35 would be too structured for me. Whereas this MARGAUX 15, which is equivalent to a Birkin 35 in terms of the width, right? This is much more soft. This is so soft that I can really, really squeeze it. So I love the fact that this is a big bag, but this is soft. When it is big and soft, you know what it means? When it's big, it means I can put so much inside a bag. But because it is soft, it would not weigh me down. Because I'm so short, if this is a very structured bag, I would look like I'm a little girl carrying a super huge bag, which doesn't actually fit the proportion, right? So I love the fact that this is big, but soft at the same time. This curve makes it very, very feminine. But the supple leather and the pebble leather and the silver hardware is actually quite masculine. So it's quite edgy and cool. So I love the femininity looking curve and the masculine black silver hardware combination. I think these two really go well together. That's the second reason. Third reason I like it is the base is very, very wide. Imagine if a big bag that is super long, but here is not wide enough. It looks big, but it doesn't contain a lot, right? But this bag is long and with a wide base at the same time. That means it has a super huge, gigantic interior, just one interior here that I can put every single thing inside, right? So this is, for me, the most efficient way to design a bag, because it will allow you to be creative with everything that you want to squeeze in the bag and arrange the space like how you would like to, because it's just one big hole here. It's just one giant big hole here, right? Imagine if the base is too narrow here, even though this bag is long, it would not make sense. It would not allow you to contain so many things inside. So I like that the base is long. Number 4 thing I like about this bag is I like that here it has some kind of security with the buckle here. So I think it gives you some kind of 2 different looks when you buckle or unbuckle. I think that allows you to be a bit more versatile with the look of the bag. That's another reason I like it. The 5th or the 6th reason I like the bag is, I know it's kind of a strange reason, but I really like it. It's the curve here. So you can see, right, the design here, it's like it's kind of, this part is really curved. It's not even flat. So if you will even unbuckle it, this leather here is actually curved. It's a bit round, right? So when you put the bag on the side like this, you can see this beautiful curve here and here. And I like to look at this beautiful design, and here it's curvy and here is also curvy. And when I see curves, I think the bag is super feminine. And again, I like that the bag is edgy and feminine at the same time. Edgy because of the black leather and silver hardware. Feminine because of this curve and this curve on the side. So I love, love, love the curve. Okay, another reason I like the bag is no other than when I put my laptop inside, it fits perfectly. So I have a 13-inch MacBook Air. So because of the buckle and because of how this curve was arranged, I can sit my laptop here comfortably. And because of the curve here, right, it's actually protecting the laptop from falling down, and it allows me to still have a lot of rooms here for me to play around with. So that's another reason why I love the bag. And I was quite surprised that even after I put my laptop, I thought it's gonna collapse because the bag is so soft, right? But it didn't. For some reason, the bag was designed to make this situation non-collapsible, and I'm really surprised, right? So again, I'm just surprised how after putting the laptop here, it still allowed me to put a lot of things here without the bag collapsing, because I don't even have a bag insert here, right? Obviously, for the cons, there is no, zip closure. So unlike my Bolide, where there's zip closure, which makes it more secure, right? But this one, the MARGAUX bag, has no zip closure, so it's not so convenient. The other con is that if you own other tote bag or other bowling bag like the one I have with MS, it will actually allow you to put a strap here. I don't have my strap now, but you could put strap here, right? The MARGAUX 15 bag has no strap. So that's another con. And other con is that the interior of the bag is made of canvas, and it's very light color canvas, right? So it's very easy to get dirty. So I decided to put my dust bag at the bottom of the bag just to protect. Am I planning to put a bag insert? No, because if I would put a bag insert, it would make the bag heavier and the bag will lose its slouchy shape, which is the essence and the spirit of this very beautiful MARGAUX bag, right? So I don't plan to put any bag insert here. Another con that I could imagine, the pleating here might make it less room for you to find your things, right? So it looks really big, but because this part is folded, it just has less room for you to actually expand the bag and put things inside, right? So for example, even if I want to put my laptop inside, I need to adjust a bit before I can put my laptop inside. But then of course you can consider this folded part as some kind of security feature as well to make your bag a bit more secure. That's it for the pros and cons. And the reason I decided to keep this bag is obviously because of all the pros I just mentioned. And the second reason is the moment I decided to keep this bag, it's also the moment that I decided maybe I don't need a Birkin 35, which is so heavy and so structured and so loud, right? And this bag is really, really simple, and if you know kind of bag. If you ask me, if I didn't know that the MARGAUX bag was trending on social media, would I have gotten this bag? Probably no, because I know that is the brand for a very long time, right? But it's never really on my radar. So I imagine that I wouldn't even have the awareness of this bag, right? So even though I could imagine with time passing by, as I would get older, I would be more interested in more minimalist brand compared to when I was younger, right? But I don't know when I would ever come across the MARGAUX bag if it wasn't because of social media. So yes, the social media gives me awareness of the bag. But because of this awareness, I actually in love with the bag, and I still love it. And I think I have used the bag already a couple of times, and I really love it. And even though I was not contained, I don't have a lot of things with me, but I would come across situation when I was using this bag and I went grocery shopping, and I could just put random fruit and bread and all the groceries inside, and it fits perfectly. This big bag just gives me security. Whereas I would sometimes use my Bolide 31, right? And a lot of people think, oh, Bolide 31, that's already huge. You can put a lot inside. But you know what? No, it doesn't fit a lot. And you know why it doesn't fit a lot? It's because the Bolide is just so much more narrow. If you look at the base, it's only 2/3 of the MARGAUX bag, right? And obviously it's much shorter in length as well. So it just doesn't contain that much. And I like the fact that even though it's a big bag, but because of the curve and because it is narrow here on the top and wider at the bottom, it makes the bag look smaller than it would be for a 15-inch bag. So if I would carry another brand's 15-inch bag, the design is usually wide here and very wide here, right? And a lot of bag, if it's a tote bag style, on the top, the bag will stick out on the side, kind of like a dumpling shape, which I don't like. So I like the fact that this is wider here and this is narrower here. So even for my petite frame, when I carry this bag, it doesn't look as big as it should be. That's what I like about it. Another thing I don't like about the bag is the price point, right? So this bag will retail for almost 5,000 US dollar. The original price, but I got lucky because I got it from an Italian e-commerce site. It had some kind of details and it was 10 to 15% less than the original price, so I got lucky. Would I buy it at the original price? Probably no. I think this bag would probably, for me, worth no more than 4,000 US dollars would be the optimal price for this bag. If I would buy it at the original price, I probably might not have gotten it, or I would take much longer time to consider before I get this bag if I would be paying almost 5,000. I think the leather is great, right? But for the price point, would I be jumping over this bag? No, absolutely no. But I love this bag also because I got it at a much better price, and given that this is a pebble leather, because it's so matted, it's so supple and soft, and it's also less susceptible to scratches. So I love that. If you are just started on your luxury journey and if this is the first bag you're going to buy, definitely the answer is no. You should not buy this as your first bag. But if you already have some handbags like I do and you want to just try something different, something understated, I think this is a very great bag for you. And especially if you really need to carry things, either for a laptop going to work, or as an overnight bag going to travel, or when you do grocery shopping and you just also want to have a nice handbag and you don't want to have additional shopping bag for your grocery shopping, I think this is a great bag. And because this is in pebble leather and in black color, I wouldn't need to worry so much about the scratches and potential damages. Of course, the silver hardware also make it very edgy, and also kind of counterbalancing my more feminine style on a day-to-day basis. So I love that part about it, right? So all in all, I am deciding that I am keeping this bag. And I also love this bag because of all the reasons and the considerations that I shared before. What do you think about this bag? Do you think this is just a hype that is going away soon? Or do you actually love this bag and you're considering it? Or you already got this bag in hand and you are loving it? So please share with me your thoughts. That's it for my video today. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.